Good morning. This is Pastor Jeff, and here we are for our daily lectionary readings. These are our readings for Tuesday, January 10th, 2023. We have our three readings. Psalm 89, 5 through 37, once again, is going to be our psalm reading. Jeremiah chapter 1, verses 4 through 10 is going to be the Old Testament reading. And we're going to reside in the book of Acts, Acts chapter 8, verses 4 through 13 for our New Testament reading. We are going to be reading out of the Message today. So let us listen in. Psalm 89. God, let the cosmos praise your wonderful ways. The choir of holy angels sing anthems to your faithful ways. Search high and low, scan skies and land. You'll find nothing and no one quite like God. The holy angels are in awe before him. He looms immense and august over everyone around him. God of the angel armies, who is like you? Powerful and faithful from every angle. You put the arrogant ocean in its place and calm its waves when they turn unruly. You gave that old hag Egypt the back of your hand. You brushed off your enemies with a flick of your wrist. You own the cosmos. You made everything in it, everything from atom to archangel. You positioned the north and the south poles. The mountains Tabor and Hermon sing duets to you. With your well-muscled arm and your grip of steel, nobody messes with you. The right and justice are the roots of your rule. Love and truth are its fruits. Blessed are the people who know the passwords of praise, who shout on parades in the bright presence of God. Delighted, they dance all day long. They know who you are, what you do. They can't keep it quiet. You vibrant beauty has gotten inside us. You've been so good to us. We've walking on air. All we are and have we owe to God. Holy God of Israel, our King. A long time ago, you spoke in a vision. You spoke to the faithful beloved. I've crowned the hero. I chose the best I could find. I found David, my servant, poured holy oil on his head, and I'll keep my hand steadily on him. Yes, I'll stick with him through thick and thin. No enemy will get the best of him. No scoundrel will do him in. I'll weed out all who oppose him. I'll clean out all who hate him. I'm with him for good, and I'll love him forever. I'll set him on high. He's riding high. I put oceans in one hand, river in the other. He'll call out, "Oh, my Father, my God, my rock, my salvation." Yes, I'm setting him apart as the first of the royal line, high king over all of earth's kings. I'll preserve him eternally in my love. I'll faithfully do all I so solemnly promised. I'll guarantee his family tree and underwrite his rule. If his children refuse to do what I tell them, if they refuse to walk in the way I show them, if they spit on the directions I give them and tear up the rules that I post for them, I'll rub their faces in the dirt of their rebellion and make them face the music. But I'll never throw them out, never abandon or disown them. Do you think I'd withdraw my holy promise or take back words I've already spoken? I've given my word, my whole and holy word. Do you think I would lie to David? His family tree is here for good, his sovereignty as sure as the sun, dependable as the phases of the moon, inescapable as weather. Our Old Testament reading comes from the book of Jeremiah, chapter 1, verses 4 through 10. With us doing the Message, we'll be extending the verses to kind of give the full story. The Message of Jeremiah, son of Hilkiah, of the family of the priest who lived in Anath in the country of Benjamin. God's message began to come to him during the 13th year that Josiah, son of Ammon, reigned over Judah. It continued to come to him during the time of Jehoiakim, son of Josiah, reigned over Judah. And it continued to come to him clear down to the 5th month of the 11th year of the reign of Zedekiah, son of Josiah, over Judah, the year that Jerusalem was taken into exile. This is what God said. Before I shaped you in the womb, I knew all about you. Before you saw the light of the day, I had holy plans for you, a prophet to the nations. That's what I had in mind for you. But I said, hold it. Master God, look at me. I don't know anything. I'm only a boy. God told me, don't say I'm only a boy. I'll tell you where to go, and you'll go there. I'll tell you what to say, and you'll say it. Don't be afraid of a soul. I'll be right there looking after you. God's decree. God reached out, touched my mouth, and said, look, I put my words in your mouth, hand delivered. See what I have done? I've given you a job to do among nations and governments, a red letter day. Your job is to pull up and tear down, take apart and demolish, and then start over, building and planting. Our New Testament reading comes from the book of Acts 8, chapter 4, and verse 13. And Saul just went wild, devastating the church, entering house after house after house, dragging men and women off to jail, forced to leave home base. The followers of Jesus all became missionaries. Wherever they were scattered, they preached the message about Jesus. Going down to Samaritan city, Philip proclaimed the message of the Messiah. When the people heard what he had to say and saw the miracles, the clear signs of God's action, they hung on to every word. Many who could neither stand nor walk were healed that day. The evil spirits protested loudly as they were sent on their way. And what joy in the city! Previous to Philip's arrival, Simon had practiced magic in the city, posing as a famous man and dazzling all the Samaritans with his wizardry. He had them all, from little children to old men, eating out of his hand. They all thought he had supernatural powers and called him the Great Wizard. He had been around a long time, and everyone was more or less in awe of him. But when Philip came to town, announcing the news of God's kingdom and proclaiming the name of Jesus Christ, they forgot Simon and were baptized, becoming believers right and left. Even Simon himself believed and was baptized. From that moment, he was like Philip's shadow, so fascinated with all the God signs and miracles that he wouldn't leave Philip's side. And here ends our readings of the day.